we have read about some standard and non-standard units of length. Do you remember, children? Can you name some non-standard units of length? Yes, handspan, cubit, pace, footspan, fingers, all these are non-standard units of length. Since the dimensions of body parts vary from person to person, the length of an object measured by two persons differ. Example of length could be length of objects used in our daily lives. Okay, any object which you find around you, maybe a tailor's rod, a meter scale, or length of a table. Now, if you observe the picture, children, a girl measures the length of a table as 4 cubits. Correct? This girl might be of age some maybe 8 to 10 years old. Yeah. Now, if you observe in the second picture, an elderly man measures the same table, the length of the same table as 3 cubits. So, since the dimensions of both the people who have measured, if this girl measures it as 4 cubits and the man measures it as 3 cubits, we get two answers here. So, to avoid this confusion, we use standard units of measurement, standard units to measure length. Now, which is the one? Meter is the standard unit of measuring length. You might have seen a meter rod in a tailor's shop, children. He tries to measure the length of the cloth before cutting it to make a nice garment for you. The length of your bed, it is considered to be approximately 2 meters. So what is it all about? In short, meter is written as M. So this is how we write meter as. Okay, when I said the length of the bed was 2 meters, then I meant you write it as 2m. Children, if you observe, it's a meter rod which is shown in the picture. A meter rod is divided into 100 equal parts, and each part is called a centimeter. See here. Okay, so what do we understand by this? Smaller lengths are measured in centimeters, which is written as cm. How do you write centimeters? Cm is the abbreviation used for centimeters. Okay. Now, the scale in your geometry box, how long is that? Have you observed? Yes, that's a very good example. See, in your geometry box, just open your box and see. The scale which is there in your geometry box is measuring 15 centimeters totally, correct? 15 centimeters long, right? So, we write centimeters as cm, and the scale what we use, 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeters. 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeters. Children, all these things you need to remember. Now, how about very small lengths? Very small lengths are measured in millimeters, which are written as mm. That is the abbreviation used. Mm is for millimeters. Now, what is the scale? Standard scale. 10 millimeters is equal to 1 centimeters. How is it related to centimeters? 10 millimeters is equal to 1 centimeters. Now, we spoke about smaller lengths, very smaller lengths. Now, how about longer distances? Longer distances, like distance between two cities, are measured in kilometers. In short, it is written as km. And what is the scale that we follow when we compare it with meters? 1 kilometer is equal to 1000 meters. This is the scale that we follow. 1 kilometer is equal to 1000 meters. Now, to measure long distances, the standard units used are decameter, hectometer and kilometer. Children, we usually don't use the other units what I have mentioned here, like the decameter and hectometer, but we generally use this kilometer a lot. And to measure short lengths, the standard units that are in the place values, they are decimeter, centimeter, and millimeter. And in this, all of you know that we use these two very regularly. So commonly used scales are kilometers, centimeters, and millimeters. I hope all of you have understood, children. Now, how do we place it as per the place value of theirs? Like, how do they value? Usually, the highest point is for kilometer. The next is of hectometer, decameter, meter, decimeter, centimeter, millimeter. I hope all of you have understood. Now, what is the scale, or what is the comparison that we can make with respect to each other? Now, comparison of greater standard units of length with 1 meter. Keeping 1 meter as standard, how can we compare it with greater standard units of length? For example, if I take 10 meters here, what is 10 meter? It is 10 times 1 meter, correct? 10 meter is equal to 1 decameter. Here a deca means 10. 100 meters is equal to 1 hectometer. Now 1000 meter, this is also nothing but 1000 times 1 meter, correct? 1000 meters is equal to 1 kilometer. Now comparison of smaller standard units of length with 1 meter. Earlier we studied about we came to know about the comparison of greater standard units of length with 1 meter. Now this is smaller standard units of length with 1 meter. Here 1 by 10 meter is nothing but 1 by 10 of 1 meter, which is equal to 1 by 10 of 1 decimeter. 1 by 10 of 1 meter is equal to 1 decimeter. Did you all understand, children? Because deci is nothing but 1 by 10. Then 1 by 100 meter is equal to 1 by 100 of 1 meter, which is equal to 1 centimeter. Centi again is nothing but 1 by 100. Did you get it? 1 by 100 meter is equal to 1 centimeter. Now 1 by 1000 meter is equal to 1 millimeter. I hope all of you understood. Now after looking at all this, there are few common standard units of length which we use in daily life, like millimeter, centimeter, and meter and kilometer. Now what is the relationship between them? Now 10 millimeter is equal to 1 centimeter. Now 100 centimeter is equal to 1 meter. 1000 meters is equal to 1 kilometer. Children, you need to by heart, or you need to remember this all through your mathematical solving sessions, because these are standards and you can calculate, or you can make use of these standards anywhere, wherever you find it to be solved. Now coming on to conversion of lengths. Conversion of lengths from one unit to the other unit. There are a few rules that we follow. We will just go through that and start solving problems for practice. Now, if I have to convert, to convert kilometer to meter, to convert kilometer into meter, I have to multiply by 1000. Understood, children? To convert kilometer to meter, then I need to multiply the given number by 1000. To convert meter to centimeter, I have to multiply by 100. Now again, to convert centimeter to millimeter, then I have to multiply by 100. Did you get it, children? Now what did you observe here? If I have to convert greater units of length to smaller units of length. See, this is greater unit of length. This is the smallest one, correct? So from here we are going downwards. That is, I am trying to convert greater units of length to smaller units of length. We multiply. With what? With their corresponding place values. Okay, understood? We'll further try to understand by solving problems. You need to make a note of this. You have to always remember that we multiply to convert a larger unit into a smaller unit. Now, moving on, what do we do if we have to convert smaller units of length into greater units? We divide. Did you understand, children? Now, if you observe, millimeter is the smallest unit of length. From millimeter, if I have to convert a given number which is in millimeter to centimeter, then I have to divide the given number by 10. Similarly, if I have to convert the number which is given in centimeters to meters, then I have to divide it by 100. If I have to convert any number given in meters to kilometers, then I have to divide the given number by 1000. Now here also, if you observe, the number from smallest to the greatest, that is the unit standard units of length, from smaller units to greater units, when I have to convert, then I divide. I use division symbol, or I divide with the corresponding place values. I hope all of you have understood. Here also you need to remember this. We divide to convert a smaller unit into a larger unit. Now, I hope all of you have understood the concepts. Now we will just go through few examples, solve them for better understanding, to understand how the concept actually is being applied in these problems. Now the first one, how many meters make 2 kilometers? Now what is the standard that we know? For the solution, we first write down the standard scale. The standard, what we know is 1 kilometer is equal to 1000 meters. Isn't it, children? Yes, we know that 1 kilometer is equal to 1000 meters. So what is 2 kilometers? 1000 into 2. So this gives you 2000 meters. I hope all of you have understood. Okay. Now moving on to the next problem. How many centimeters make 4 meters? Now again, for the standard, we will first write 1 meter is equal to, what is the standard that we have followed? 100 centimeter. 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeter is the standard. Now we are asked to find out how much is 4 meters. Therefore, 4 meters is equal to 100 into 4, which gives us 400 meters. Sorry. Which gives us 400 centimeters. I hope all of you have understood. Now moving on to the next problem. How many millimeters make 12 centimeters? Now again for the standard, 1 centimeter is equal to how many millimeters? Yes, see, you need to understand with what conversion is being asked, like millimeter to centimeter, or here the previous problem centimeter to meter, and the previous problem there was meter and kilometer. So the scale what you choose also will relate to what the problem is asked about. Okay, 1 centimeter is equal to 10 millimeters is the standard. So for 12 centimeters, what is the answer? 10 into 12. So that gives you 12 10 times is 120 millimeter. I hope all of you got it, children. Now for the next problem, convert 3000 meters to kilometers. Now when we are going, or when we are trying to convert smaller units of length into greater units of length, then what do? We actually divide. Before that, we will have a scale which relates both meter and kilometer mentioned here. First, 1000 meters is equal to 1 kilometers. These things you need to remember it, children. All these standards have to be remembered. Now therefore 3000 meters is equal to 3000 divided by 1000, which will give you 3 zeros, and 3 zeros get cancelled, and I get an answer 3. So what is this 3? It is in kilometers, correct? Did you get it? Okay. Now for the next problem. Now convert 575 centimeters into meters. Now for this also, see, centimeters to meters is from smaller to bigger. Okay, the standard which involves both centimeters and meters is 100 centimeters is equal to 1 meters. Okay, therefore 575 centimeters is equal to 575 divided by 100. We need to divide when we try to convert smaller units to bigger units. This is equal to, when we divide, we get the answer as 5.75 meters. Next problem, convert 400 millimeters into centimeters. Now for the standard, what do we know? 10 millimeters is equal to 1 centimeter. Therefore, if 10 millimeters is equal to 1 centimeters, then what about 400 millimeters is equal to 400 divided by 10, which is equal to, when you have zeros, children, it is easier. You just cancel 1 0 from the bottom and the top, a numerator, 1 from the numerator, 1 from the denominator. So what is the answer that you get? 40, and this is in centimeters. So 40 centimeter is the answer. Now on learning all these conversions, we can even perform fundamental operations like addition, subtraction, multiplication and division with all these lengths, the measurement, standard units of measurement. It's just the number, but the units of measurement what is being mentioned is in meters or centimeters or even in kilometers. That is, these are the things which we use it very commonly in our daily life, or even in while solving problems. These are the things which come across very commonly. So we shall try to solve few addition problems and subtraction problems. Children, these are the problems from your exercise, textbook exercise 8.2. So we will just try to solve together. I'll be happy if you also try to solve it along with me. Now, as we see that we have a problem, add the following: 22 meters, 71 centimeters, and 14 meters, 30 centimeters. So for this, it's the same procedure as we do it for normal addition as such, but we place it in proper columns. Like, since we have two units mentioned here, meters and centimeters, 22 meters, 71 centimeters, and 14 meters and 30 centimeters here. So if we have to add both of them, we place both one below the other. Now adding, 1 plus 0 is equal to 1. Then 7 plus 3 is equal to 10. Here 0 goes at the bottom and 1 gets carried. 1 plus 2 plus 4 is 7, and 2 plus 1 is 3. So the final answer is 37 meters 1 centimeter. I hope all of you got it, children. Let's move on. Now for the second problem, again this has two units, so we will mention it as kilometers and meters. We will divide it column wise and then try to add. So here I have 4 kilometers and 230 meters, that is to be added with 22 kilometers and 280 meters. Children, please note, for addition it's okay if you write the smaller number above and the bigger number below, but while you subtract, you're not supposed to do like this. You need to check from which number you need to subtract. Okay, since it is addition, it is okay. While adding, 0 plus 0 is 0, 8 plus 3 is 11, 1 goes at the bottom and 1 at the carried forward to the next place value. 2 plus 2, 4, 4 plus 1 is 5. Now here it is 4 plus 2, 6. Again 0 plus 2 is 2. So the final answer is 26 kilometers 510 meters. Did you get it, children? Similarly, we can perform even subtraction also. We'll try a few more examples for subtraction. Subtract the following: 68 meters 35 centimeters from 75 meters 48 centimeters. Here, children, please note that the number which comes after from needs to be taken first. 75 meters 48 centimeters. Then for the second number, 68 meters 35 centimeters. Now when you subtract, 8 minus 5 is 3, 4 minus 3 is 1. When I borrow 1, it becomes 15 and this becomes 6. Now 15 minus 8 is 7. 6 minus 6 is 0. Therefore, final answer 7 meters 13 centimeters. Moving on to another example here. We first write down two units mentioned here. kilometers and meters. 17 kilometers, 650 meters. 12 kilometers and 425 meters. Children, please observe the number after this from has to be taken as the first number. We need to subtract. Borrowing 1, it becomes 10 and this becomes 4. 10 minus 5 is 5. 4 minus 2 is 2. 6 minus 4 is 2. 7 minus 2 is 5. 1 minus 1 is 0. So the final answer, 5 kilometers, 225 meters. I hope all of you have understood. Children, in the similar manner, you can perform all other operations as well. And with this, we will move on to the verbal problems so that we understand how can we apply these concepts or this knowledge of standard units of length. Solution for the first problem. Let's see what the problem says. The length of shirt cloth sold by a merchant to a person is 5 meters 40 centimeters of red color and 3 meters 40 centimeters of white color. What is the total length of cloth sold? Solution. Length of red cloth is equal to, here also children we can make it into 2 columns and then write. Now 5 meters 40 centimeter is what is being given, correct? Length of white colored cloth or white cloth is equal to, what is the measurement children? 3 meters 40 centimeters, correct? Now what is the total length of cloth sold? What operation do you do here? It is the total length that you need to find out. Total length of cloth sold is equal to, now 0 plus 0 is 0, 4 plus 4 is 8, then 5 plus 3 is 8. So the answer is 8 meters 80 centimeters. Did you all get it, children? Did you all get it, children? Now moving on to the next example. The Gram Panchayat started to construct a main road from their office to school, which is 3 kilometers 300 meters away. It could construct only 2 kilometers 150 meters of the road. What length of the road is left unconstructed? Now for the solution. Total length of the road to be constructed. How much is the total length that is to be constructed and how much has been constructed? That you need to subtract from the total length. Then the difference what you find is the leftover unconstructed road. So for this also we have 2 units being mentioned. Length of the road to be constructed. Now it is 3 kilometers 300 meters. Now length of the road that is already been constructed. What is the length? 2 kilometers 150 meters. We need to subtract 3 kilometers 300 meters minus 2 kilometers 150 meters. Now therefore, length of the road left unconstructed is equal to, we have to subtract, 0 minus 0 is 0, then 2 minus 1 is 1, 3 minus 2 is 1 here. It is 1 kilometer and 150 meters. I hope all of you understood. Now for the next problem, the length of wire required to decorate a flower vase is 2 meters 30 centimeters. What is the total length of wire required to make 9 such vases? Express the length in meters. Now for the solution. Length of wire required to make one vase is equal to, how much is being given? 2 meters 30 centimeters. Therefore, total length of wire required to make 9 such vases is equal to, what do? You actually multiply by 9, correct? 2 meters 30 centimeters into 9. Now when you multiply 9, 0 times is 0. 9 threes are 27, 270. Then 9 twos are 18, is 18 meters, 270 centimeters. I hope all of you understood, children. Now there's one trick here which the question mentions very clearly, that the length has to be mentioned in meters. So we need to have a conversion here. Here we need to convert 270 centimeters into meters because others are in meters only, correct? Now how do we do that? For that, see, length of the wire required, what is the answer that we have got? Length of the wire required is equal to 18 meters 270 centimeters, correct? So this is what we have got. Now 18 meters 270 centimeters can be written as 18 meters plus 200 centimeters plus 70 centimeters. Am I right? Yes, we can write like this, correct? Now, if I write like that, what does that mean? So 200 centimeters can be written as 2 meters. Yes? Did you all get it? Just check out the conversion part, what we did. Yes. So 200 centimeters to meters, when we converted, we actually divided it by 100. So 200 divided by 100 is nothing but 2 meters. I'll write it down here. Correct? Okay. Did you all understand now? Now we can write 200 centimeters, which is mentioned here, as meters, in meters as 2 meters plus 70 centimeters. Now here, if you observe, 100 centimeters is equal to 1 meters, correct? So what we can do is, this becomes 18 plus 2, 20 meters, plus this 70 divided by 100, which is equal to 0, 0 gets cancelled. 7 by 10 is nothing but 0.7 meters. 70 centimeters can be written as 0.7 meters. So 20 meters plus 0.7 meters is 20.7 meters. I hope all of you understood, children. Now for the next example, 5 laborers together purchased 9 meters of cloth to stitch a uniform. They divided the cloth among themselves. What is the length of cloth received by each laborer? Now for the solution. Total length of cloth purchased by 5 laborers, 5 is the number of laborers, okay, is equal to 9 meters. Now each member, each laborer, how much does it get? How much does he get? Length of cloth. Each laborer gets is equal to 9 meters divided by 5. Now for this we will have the working done. 9 divided by 5. So 5 1 times 5, remaining is 4. We keep a decimal and add a 0 here. Then 5 8 times is 40. Understood, children? So the answer is 1.8 meters. That is, each member, each laborer gets 1.8 meters. Now this also needs to be converted to meters. No, this also needs to be converted to centimeters. So how do we convert to centimeter? Now convert 1.8 meters to centimeters. How do we do it? What is the standard? 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeters. Now if 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeters, then how about 1.8 meters? Then 1.8 meters into 100 is equal to 180 centimeters. It is actually 180.0. We don't consider 0 after decimal point. So 180 centimeters. Therefore, in centimeters, if you have to write length of cloth, each laborer gets is equal to 1.8 meters, or it could be written as 1 meter 80 centimeters. I hope all of you got it, children. Now on understanding all the problems, you can practice few more from the textbook exercise problems from exercise 8.1 and 8.2. It's all combined and given as assignment for you. It's very much similar to what we have already done. You can try all these. The PDF attached to this video will have all the solutions for it. But I want you to try all by yourself and then find out if you can find the answers all by yourself. Now these are a few verbal problems also. All are similar to what we have already dealt with. You can try each one of them. Check for the answers from the PDF after you work out all the sums given in the assignment. You can even check it in the textbook for the problems there. This completes the lesson length. We'll learn more about different units of measurement in the next few sessions coming up later. Till then, stay home, stay safe. Happy learning, children. Bye-bye.